Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4. So today we are going to present our assignment 2, Brainstorming Skills. So, next, please. This is our group members. So our project title is Promoting Reading Scholarly and Non-Fiction Books, Culture Among Adolescents. So adolescents is usually for age around 12 to 19. So these are our 30-row list of ideas that we already collected and we brainstorm together. So our 3 wild ideas are to dabble in all aspects of knowledge and have certain common sense, push yourself to read even when you hate it, diversify reading styles, and our +1 new idea is you cannot just read with your eyes, you have to feel with your heart. So next, since we already brainstorming our ideas, we categorize it into 5 types of category. So they are under the university or school. Then we have parents or yearly education at home. Then we have individual, tips and trick, and lastly, organization, club or club. So as you can see here, there's a lot of ideas that we already put here. For example, for university or school, we try to think where it could be good if we create a book day and celebrate it every year. Then for parents or early education at home, parents should encourage their children to read since small. For individual, we have a lot where this one is very important as we actually need to help ourselves to do something, especially when we want to read. So maybe we can try to make time for our independent reading. We need to learn to understand the content of the book and so many more. For tips and tricks, we try to think of some tips that we can use to help us to motivate us more in reading, such as maybe signing a reading log. Then we try to read by having target and slowly with face by face and many more. And then we have organization or club where certain organization or maybe club from school or university that can create more events. Okay, next.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. At the beginning, we prepared 30 ideas to support our topic, but many ideas are not suitable, so we need to delete most of ideas and leave the most suitable idea. In the first round of selection process, we're using compare and contrast to delete a large number of inappropriate ideas, like more events about reading being held by libraries from university and encourage more talks that encourage us to read a lot and organize a lot of book fair from organization category. The main reason we delete these 2 ideas that these ideas have identical events, so that is why we delete. In the process of our second elimination, we used NUF with cubing technique to doing our job. We set up 3 scoring standards: new, useful, and feasible. They are namely accounted for 10 points, 10 points, and 5 points, totally 25 points. After every idea, we will have an evaluation and a comment for it. For example, in early education in the home category, we scored 1 idea. The idea is bring kids to library often. It got 20 points. This action can help children to show the love for book since they are always go to the library since they are very young. And all of them above will lead to elimination, the first time and the second time. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Izzah. So now I will present about the best and powerful solution in promoting reading scholarly and non-fiction books among adolescents. Okay, so I choose the 5 best ideas that got the highest score. Okay, so the first idea is we should know that reading books does not emphasize quantity but quality. This point got the highest score among the other points. Okay, then make reading is fun for children to help them appreciate the knowledge gained from book. Then target selection of book for reading. Bring kids to library often. And the last one is uh, emphasize the importance of reading, which is reading can enhance creativity. So that's all from me.
Okay, my name is Nazifa, and next we will talk about this thinking using seed scarlet hack. For the first hack, white hack, is about facts. We think that what do we have about this issue? So about this issue, adolescents did not like to read heavy books, and reading serious stuff fed among younger generations. Or even there are minority that likes to read, but there's not there is no large community that likes to read in this genre of book. So how do we get this information? So we know this situation because our environment is like that. We know that majority of us didn't like heavy books to read. So what else that we know? We want to know, what do we need to know? We need to know that how to promote reading scholarly and non-fiction book. Okay. So second hack is red hat is about feelings. So how do we feel about the current reading trend among adolescents? It's getting faded, and that was devastating. Young people more attracted to gadget than books. And book, like I said earlier, book lovers only love fiction and non-serious books. So what are our gut instinct? We think that this problem can be cured with some efforts and solutions, but it needs some cooperative from many parties like family, ourselves, and even the university. Third hat is green hat. Green hat is about creativity. What are the new alternatives we can do to cope these problems? Adolescents' surroundings play important roles to influence them to read. Like in the red hat, we know that we need some cooperatives among many parties. And then what are the possibilities? The problem can be solved, but with some good ways and to promote the habits. So the fourth hat is black hat. So black hat is about criticism. So is the solutions that we propose is really possible? The solution might not work, and some party might didn't agree with the solutions. For example, like parents, they have time to bring their child to the library and so on. And then second question is, what if we have an obstacle in the middle? For instance, like the adolescent has procrastinations or no motivation to read the book, or even no passion at all to read the book. So second last is yellow hat. Yellow hat is about value. Why is reading scholarly and non-fiction books is important for adolescents to develop? So why is it important? Because reading is an important habit, and reading such genre has so much benefits that the adolescent can gain from it. For example, like practices creative thinking, expand our imagination, and then go and gain knowledge. And then is everyone needs to read? Yes, because every human cannot run from reading, because we gain our knowledge by reading. Lastly, if we think using blue hat is about management. What can adolescents can learn from reading non-fiction in scholarly based book? It's important for them to appreciate the benefit from reading scholarly and non-fiction books.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Fatiha and I will present on the Islamic principles and also the values. The first Islamic principles that I came out with is the increased knowledge. Second, improve creativity and also help to stay focused. The first point which increase knowledge with reading, seeking knowledge through reading books is highly recommended by the Prophet. There is one hadith which is seeking knowledge is compulsory to every Muslim. This hadith is riwayat by Ibn Majah and also Anas bin Malik. Second one is improve creativity. Reading can enhance someone's imagination and also creativity. The brain cells will be more active when someone, especially the right brain that work in creating new ideas. And also the last one, help to stay focused. By reading a book, reading a book can activate the nerve cells in the brain. There is one surah which Surah Al-Mu'minun verse 97 until 98. Allah teach Prophet dua to stay focused, which meaning and say, "Oh Lord, I seek refuge in you from the incitement of devils, and I seek refuge in you, my Lord, lest they be present with me." That's all. Thank you. Next.
Okay, my name is Nur Afika Akila and I will proceed with our creative ideas. So after all of the 30 ideas initiated by our groups has going through elimination for 2 times, we decided to take the solution of emphasizing on the brain. This is because this idea has been scored 24 out of 25, which is the highest score. Highest score according to the NUF concept, which is new, useful, and feasible. So as to shape our creative idea, our final solution to be creative, we implemented the skills of creative thinking by using the 6 thinking hats method. So from the red hat, we predict that this solution can effectively work by support from many cooperative parties such as parents, schools, educational institution, and even media platforms. So this idea will then develop into further detailed steps on how to emphasize the quality instead of quantity. For example, parents need to make sure that the books, the non-fiction books read by their children are of a good quality contents as to enhance their spirit of inquiry in gaining beneficial knowledge. And then schools or university also can provide excellent library facilities to occupy the students which are adolescents with various type of educational non-fiction books such as history books, academic texts, philosophy books, and even commentary books, because this surely able to enlighten the adolescent skill to practice critical and creative thinking. Apart from that, university can also opt to provide the adolescents reading the book in a form of electronic books, which is e-book, because it will make them able to read them anywhere at any time, especially during this pandemic breakdown. So quality reading of those type of books will definitely help the adolescents to enhance their creative and critical thinking despite only staying at home. So that's all from us. Thank you.